Okay guys, think I better earn a little bit of money, and why not? Why not indeed?
Matron, take them away.
A warm welcome to one and all. It's going to be a very quick video today. I've got a lot on, so I'll try not to be as sort of mental and as humorous as what I normally am. I'm just going to kind of get straight into a trade. And that trade, because it's bank holiday today, is going to be oil. Now, I don't trade oil a great deal, but when the conditions are there, it's a fabulous market to trade because it's very quick. And not only is it quick, it can sort of pay you big moves as well, you know. So that's what we're going to look at. And let's just switch this on and we'll find out. Let's get my camera on. Let's see where we at. There we go. Right. Now, what we can see at this moment in time is it's respecting here and it's starting to push against itself. Right. So let's have a look, see what's happened in the last 15 minutes. Well, the last 15 minutes has had a surge. So let's measure that out. From there to the top. Well, it's coming into an area of attraction, which is here, which happens to marry up with that and that. So that's good. So that can actually be our first order when I'm looking at it. We can put a good quick order into there. So we're going to drop a £4 order on there. Boom. And I'm going to have another one with an extended target on it. Right. Oh, sugar. Not to worry. First one's triggered in. It's triggered in a little bit earlier than I anticipated, but I'm expecting it to run to that to 50%. And then we're going to have the second one run down as a retracement. Now, that's just the first part of this little trade. And I'll explain how it's building up. It's just I've been watching it since I came in. It's currently bank holiday here in the UK. And I wasn't going to be working today because we knocking another house together. And it's hard work, so doing the day job and then renovating another house as well. But while I was doing something on the computer, this caught my eye and I thought I'd switch the camera on and show you. Okay, so there's the orders in. There's nothing running and it's the first trade of this week. Now, as I said, it's bank holiday a week, so it could be a little bit mental. Right, so let's drop this out to 4 hours. This is what's caught my eye. Now, that happened last week. And often you'll find that these gaps can take a long time to fill. But what it does give you is a bias because you know it's coming. And as you can see, it's jumping around. It isn't pushing higher. It's being held back by this level here. So logic tells you it's either going to go from there to crash off this, or it's coming to fill this. Well, if it's going to do either, right, you just need a direction. Well, my direction is short. The other side of the coin is this is ranging. Well, if it's ranging, it's at the top of the range. So again, that's short. So at the moment, I just have a short bias. And I'm quite happy just to put my toe in the water, which I'm doing here. And then stage up to here. Now, if it goes radically against me, that means I've got to stage up about 250 points. So what I can do is I can manage the trades by just having a wider set of orders, you know. So I'll bear heat up to here, tags that in, bear heat up to there, tag that in, better heat up to there, tag that in, get beyond it, I'm wrong. All right, but that's a hell of a way to go, and it's not really something I want to do. Hence these targets here, because that means I can get in, smack some quick money based on the range and get out. But if I'm targeting down to this, well then the distance from there to there, well, you can see it's massive down to here. So that's actually quite a small risk profile against a bigger trend. But that's the big move, all right? And that's how I trade. I trade within the big move. And that's why some people get frightened, because they go, oh, well, your stops are too big, or your position this and that. And that's fine. You know, I'm not trading your account and you're not trading mine. This works for me. I know what I'm doing and I know how to do it. But because you've learned a load of bullshit through the years, and it's all this risk reward and tight stops, and also there's another element to this as well. You don't know how big my account is, and I'm not going to tell you because it's personal. Some things should be private, you know. All I ever say is I've got a good size account, and trust me, if that runs up to there and it's a couple of grand, it don't hurt me, not really. But you're basing that on your piddly little £300 account, where you're lucky if you can get 25 pence an open, and then you complain. You've got to put trading into real terms. If you can only put 25p a point on, fine. But don't compare it against somebody who can put £20 on. Big difference, guys, big difference. And maybe, I don't know. What you see in these videos is just real life. It's me at my job, doing my job. And I'll get kicked from pillar to post, and to be honest, I'm quite fucking sick of it. I really am. Because you're looking for holy grails that don't exist. And if you want to survive in this game, and you truly want to survive in this game, stop looking for the holy grail and jumping from one sort of wannabe guru to the next wannabe guru. And I even mean stop watching my channel as well. All right, now there's something controversial. And why? Because personally, I don't give a shit. I do this for a hobby. It is not an earner for me, whereas the others are. There's the difference. I make my money from that screen. That's what pays my wage. And it's what's just bought me a house outright. That's about as brutal as I can get it. And the next part of it is, if you're following somebody who's constantly posting big numbers, always think about their intention. Always think of the intention behind that. Right? Is it to show you the way, or is it to just say, oh, look, I'm brilliant? And if, oh, look, I'm brilliant, suddenly says, here's a course. Bingo. Red light. You know, I don't sell courses. Yes, there's one in the Scruffy Squad, but the Scruffy Squad is there to keep the arsehole Popeyes out. You know, because if you think I'm giving them a free ride, you are joking. And for the ones who have recently tried to get in, I sharp figure out who you are, and I don't give a fuck how much you pay. I kick you out. Right? And why? Because I've got no time for you. Oh, wrong day today. Wrong day. Anyway, let's have a little look at this trade, see if we can make some money out of it. And if we do, brilliant. And if we don't, I've already told you what I'm going to do. And we're just going to watch it out. Now, I'm going to let this run maybe up to about here before I start panicking a little bit. But it's not as bad as it looks. So you might see some orders come here, here, and here. But if it gets through that red line, I might have a problem. And I'll have to consider that. But with oil, the distance isn't as bad as it looks. It really isn't. So let's see if we can make some half decent money out of it. And we'll follow. The basis of the trade is I've worked out the direction. And now I'm just looking at this solid drop and I'm looking for a return on it. Okay? Because a lot of the time it'll push down, it'll fake all of this out. It hasn't been under here yet. So it hasn't done a retest of this lot. And as you can see, there's quite a bit. The next point is down under here. So if I have my targets above this, well, it means it's going to sweep into this, certainly sweep into 50%, and I've got room for that. And then I can reset and look to see if I can get a continuation for the gap. So that's the basis of the trade. Okay, so let me play it out. I'll come back to you at the end. Okay guys, hope you're well. Just stopped out there. This was executed quite well. So it's a case of plan the trade, trade the plan. And that's exactly what I've done. Now, within this, I actually keep my position sizes relatively small in relation to the account. I was less than 20% of the position size that I would normally go for that. Why? Because it is a brutal market. The numbers rack up very quickly on oil. So you just ease in, and that's what I was trying to get to earlier on in this video. Yes, I go off on a rant every once in a while. I'm old, I'm allowed, and there's too many arseholes in this world who stick it in all the time and they set me off. But that's just the way of the world. And my way of dealing with it is just having a bit of a merry kickoff, and that's it. So don't worry, don't need to sort of worry about the way that I go on. It's just me being me, okay? And they're arseholes, so that's them being them. Right, but those arseholes made fuck all. Let's see what I've made. 323 for a couple of hours work. Not bad hourly return, is it? And if we have a quick look at that, if I just flick that back, that stopped out on 43 pips. All right, so that was a 43 pip move that we caught. That's enough to pay you guys. You can well and truly get paid off that. And just before we flick off, no positions, no orders. There's the bill. So what's the lesson you can kind of learn here? Simple premise. I knew what I was looking for. X does not mark the spot. It genuinely doesn't. And when you're looking for like a cutty, put my teeth back in. I need another coffee. I mean, we all know Scruffy likes a coffee, but Winky's kind of not doing a job at the minute. We're on renovating another house, and she's single-minded on that. She needs to get single-minded on the kettle so that I can help pay for this sodden thing that she's wanted to go and bloody buy. You think I have a good life? I do, actually. I have a fantastic life. And when you have the hard times, and I did a video at the weekend Coffee with Scruff. It'll be on the channel now. Greatest gift from the worst nightmare. You can have a great life as long as you cherish it. And I do, because I know where I came from. Came from very little. Built it up, lost it, got it back, lost it, and then came back even better. Isn't trading like that as well? You know, we all have our trials and our worries. And you get through it. And I live out life every day, as you see. I am wild every day because I love it. I love my wife, love my kids, and I love my life. But I love my job as well. So everything's good in the Scruffy house apart from me haven't got any coffee. This is bloody wrong. I mean, I won't go kick her up the arse actually. So when you see me with a black eye, I probably tried and then she fucked me up. Because she will. She's a vicious little sod, I'll tell you. She really is. Here, watch this clip.
Just stop it. Don't put it up in there. It's not cool. Get up!
Right. She didn't know she was being filmed, but oh, she goes at me all the time. Trust me. But it just makes me laugh. I forgot where I was going now. That's the thing with these. None of these are scripted. It's just me, the camera, wild wink when she turns up, and that's it. But the moral of the story is, when I've put my teeth back in, is if you're looking for a cookie cutter system, go work in McDonald's and bloody fry the fries. X does not mark the spot, guys. You've got to understand the movements of the market. You've got to understand what you're looking for and then plan appropriately. And part of that planning is targeting and position size. I know if I went in any bigger position size and this started going wrong, it would hurt me badly. So the sensible thing was to drip feed in. But I also knew if it ran for me, it would still pay me really well. So it was a double-edged sword. And either way, it helps win the battle. So that's a quickie on oil today. If you have enjoyed this, do subscribe, press the like to make me do more of these, and do share it to your friends. It'd be nice to see the community grow and grow with nice people and not the dickheads that I normally get, because for some, I don't know what it is at the minute, but hardly anybody comments on the videos, hardly anybody likes the videos. And the ones who do are great, but trust me, I spend all day deleting horrible comments. All day. And I'd just like to see it get a little bit better. Or am I asking too much? Maybe I am. I'll tell you what, maybe I should just quit. You know, I've thought about it a few times, but there's some wonderful people. And I love connecting with them. But trust me, a lot of the time this isn't fun. So with that somber note, I'll leave it. And as always, guys, trade well, keep your risk managed, but above all, do what you love and the money will follow. See you all in the next one.